Hello everyone, it's Scribs. Welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be improving how I draw heads. So, like from different angles. I really love drawing characters and drawing my characters together, but sometimes there's a certain angle that you just can't get out where whether it's an extreme angle of looking from alright, micro motorcycle. Alright, but whether it's an extreme angle of looking above, looking below, or from behind, which is an extreme. It's just something I'm not well versed in. I really struggle with it. And so today I'm going to be improving upon that. The method I use for how I draw heads is what I started off with first. I just like took a bunch of things that I've seen different people do and pieced them together in my art. And I think it worked for the most part, except for when it came to these extreme angles. So one thing I recently started doing was doing the temple line that follows to the cheekbone and down to the chin, like those bones right there. And I watched Ben Elblin on YouTube here to really help me get started, get practiced. He goes into a little bit more about character design rather than some of the fundamentals because he's talking about applying it. And so then I started with the Loomis head method and I marked out the important stuff. I really didn't go down nitty gritty because that's not what I wanted to do to improve my work. I wasn't trying to study his method. I was just trying to recognize certain things. So I did the cheekbone, the chin, the like eye pocket part that's like a whistle. That's what Ben had referred it to, and then the temples as well. And that's what I noticed on the first plane of the face. Then I also did the profile view and then the back view using the same method. I also mapped out the forehead because I think I struggle with hairlines, especially when it comes to looking at a head from behind or above and like how much of their hair would be showing. So I think that also really helped. And I color coded everything for the aesthetic, but also for me to denote like the different stuff that I'm doing. So yeah, it was actually pretty fun to do and study in this way, and it made me want to study backs in this way as well, which I'm probably going to do once I am ready. And even though oh, something just flew in front of my face. Okay, but even though I feel like I recently improved upon, oh, why is all the horns honking and everything? Shh. Even though I recently feel like I've improved. Oh my gosh! Right. Even though I recently feel like I've improved upon my profile view of things, like how I draw the profile, I think that this made it even better having this understanding and I don't want to say that all the time, but I just feel more confident in myself, in my work, and I was having so much fun drawing. So it was just like weird to be doing these studies because I remember talking about how like you don't need to do this and you don't. It's just what I thought was going to improve my work, and yeah, I think it did. It was just like interesting to see how motivated I was and how bored I didn't get about it. And I think I should do it with feet too because I really do struggle with drawing feet and hands. But it's been hard to find the resources I want. Like I want a 3D model that's just great, and like sometimes I'm finding the things for it, and then sometimes it's like behind a paywall and it's like, oh, dang it. Anyway, I kind of knew this fundamental that I was looking at, that like that line was what I was looking at from behind, but I didn't know exactly when certain things would be showing, like the nose and everything. So I feel like it's more complete now, so to speak, the image in my head of how everything goes. Here's where I decided to jump in and check back in with myself, doing my own attempt just to see how familiar I was with drawing ahead from this angle, like the 3/4 behind angle, I guess is what you could call it. And I actually think I did pretty good. I have a lot of stuff going on, kind of, like for, I think in terms of being an artist, right? I have this project that I want to work on that I think I'm going to reveal maybe after my next video, which is the sketchbook tour. I hope you guys are excited for that. There's so many other videos I want to film as well. So yeah, this is without a reference, by the way. This is just me doing it from my brain, just trying to draw somebody. I think it's an okay attempt, and it's better than the initial one, but it's still not all the way where it needs to be. So yeah. Well, oh, I was saying there's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, Inktober's coming up. I do want to do it this year. I want to start my new sketchbook and do Inktober at the same time. And then I also have the secret project. And now I'm doing the Acero head method. And oof! Ah! It keeps being a fly. I'm so annoyed. But the Acero head method, or Sorrow, I'm not sure how you say it. And yeah. This method had a lot more pieces to it, I think, because it was really more about the planes of the face and lighting and da 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 da. And so I wanted to, like, there's so much stuff I didn't want to add to it. I was just like, it's like too much almost. And I just tried to keep it down to those simple areas I wanted to keep in mind: the jaw, the eyes and nose, and the back of the head. I think this really helps me understand the back of the head more, but from observing people, like I feel like after I go and do a lesson and improve my art, I always go back, and while I'm watching TV shows or seeing anybody, I really just like apply what I'm learning, or observe what I've been learning. So you know, people's skulls can sometimes like have a different part where they do that dent, that green dent that I've indicated on the first model, but it was an important part to realize that's connected to the what's it called, like this part about your neck, behind your neck, that little line. I don't know the names and I don't really want to learn the names, but it was interesting for me to see that, because I think that is what is sometimes connected, what you're seeing, like that line that connects to the shoulder. I think that's what you're seeing sometimes when the body is not, you know, the front facing towards the camera. So I thought that was an observation that I've made and wanted to apply. There's also that little jaw chin part where like underneath you have your little triangular part, and I always struggled with that, and not compressing the skull. And so I was really trying to keep in mind, like, make the skull big, make the skull big this whole time, and not make it look like a squished, disfigured thing. Yeah. after this, I started experimenting with both methods, and I also started doing different angles. I was like, am I just going to draw the same 3/4 angle over and over? No, because this is about me just improving drawing heads at any angle. But right now I wanted to see if these first positions that I was doing, you know, the 3/4 from behind would be easier for me to do. And I think it really was. I kept in mind a lot of the focal points that I had made, and it just came a little bit more easy to me. But I also decided to switch it up and do some more complex angles that maybe I wasn't ready for. I don't know. Like, I think I had a harder time with the above angles than the below angles. And the reason being, there's just this, how do you say? There's the perspective on the face, it really just obscures so much that I think I have that like little part in my brain that's like, I know what's there, you know? And I want to indicate it, but it's like, it's still there, you can't see. And that's how you have to leave it. And so, yeah, that's what happens sometimes when I think about overlap and getting to draw like poses with more than one person. Like, I want to see what's behind in order to fully understand it. And it's like, but you know what I mean? You know what's there. So keep that in the back of your mind and keep pushing. But I'm I don't know, curious, so to speak. I don't know. This is the one I struggled with. I felt as though I started it off pretty good, but the moment I like went to draw everything, that's when it started to get so wonky. I don't know if I jumped in too fast and should have started maybe with the eye area or whatever instead of the back of the head, but all I know is I had made a grave mistake. So I think I redid it later and it was a little better. I wouldn't say it was the best. There were some other difficult angles that I tried to do from above that I struggled with. I would definitely like to take a peek at them again and try them again. And yeah, it's just weird to do extreme angles for me. Especially, I feel like I don't understand the skull, like the hair part, all that much. And yeah, it's like something that I'm frustrated with myself about, but also like realizing that I can improve upon them. And I can't wait to show you guys the sketchbook tour, and I can't wait to make videos for Inktober. I don't know if I'm gonna do them if I'm gonna do it traditionally or not. I feel like that'd be a lot of recording. It really depends. But I've been looking at prompt list and everything, and trying to decide what I want to do. I always feel like the main Inktober prompt list is a little boring. It's like, I get it, but also, I don't want to do any of this, if that makes sense. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you what the, like, prompt list is. Dream, spiders, path, dodge, map, golden, and drip. It's like, I guess, but none of those really inspire me that much, versus if I went to somebody else's. Like somebody has recipe, hex, veil, festival, ghost, spill, cauldron, cat, tiny, I don't know that word, magical, nymph, stuff like that. I feel like there's more something concrete that I could possibly draw, and I feel like I have to think a little bit too much with these prompts, if that makes sense. And I don't want to have to think. I just want to draw and improve my inking. These are the next few ones I struggled on. I want to probably do it again. I think I also was drawing outside, and you'll probably see it in my sketchbook tour, the other stuff that I drew and everything. So it's not gonna be like you never get to see it or whatever. I think that's gonna help as well. I'm really excited to start a new sketchbook. I wanted you guys to vote, but I also just want to start one. I don't know if I know how to choose though. We will see. So even though I hated those last two drawings that I worked on, it was really great to come back and put my hard work and practice into action. Started off with the big shape, and then I went in and defined things. I used references for these because I wasn't willing to take making a mistake on my own. I wanted to show that I had improved and hopefully actually be satisfied with the results. And luckily, that's actually what ended up happening. I really did love what I did. I really did love the way these drawings turned out. Even though it was hair that I didn't typically draw or was familiar with, I still think that it looked nice. Like, I kept in mind the hairline, the height of the hair, where the nose was placed, and in relation to the ear, how the eye was turned, and even the mouth, which is always the hardest part for me, the mouth and the chin. But I was like, wow, you're killing it. I love it. Yes, so. And he even had a smile, and I think I indicated that well. That's another thing I feel like I need to study, how the mouth wraps around the face or doesn't wrap around or whatever. I don't know. It's weird. The other thing is also the air indication. I just chicken out, I guess, because I do it so simple. But yeah, this one was so good. I loved it so much. I even did a little bit of his clothes, before I did the face. Can you believe it? And he had an angled jaw, and I think I did good with that too. Like, oh, I feel like so impressed with myself. I didn't even know if this would last that long. Like, imagine I do it again and everything just flops. But for now, I was like really proud, and yeah. I feel like I have so much stuff, and I'm kind of getting overwhelmed because I like to be prepared and I like to plan ahead, but also I don't want to take too long on certain stuff. Like, there's some videos that you guys have asked for that I want to make, but I also know because I have the sketchbook tour coming and because I have this other thing planned that I probably would want to make first. I don't want all the other things to get pushed back, and then I don't want the surprise that I have planned to get pushed back. Like, I have set my own deadline for that. So yeah, I'm like, should I not do Inktober because of what I have planned, or should I just take it light and still do it? Should I focus on the videos I want to film? Yeah, it's just like so much pressure I'm putting on myself. You know, time is not as whatever. It's not as short as I'm making it, I think. But also, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Like, comment, and subscribe. These are the fun drawings. Bye.